World Daily Affairs, 360 presents. Breaking report. The Trump administration secretly tried to deport 600 refugee children to Guatemala. In a shocking development, the Trump administration attempted to secretly deport 600 unaccompanied migrant children, some as young as 5 years old, back to Guatemala without notifying their legal representatives, guardians, or even providing due process. The deportation flights were scheduled at 3 and 4 a.m., aiming to bypass judicial oversight. These children were part of the U.S. Refugee Resettlement Program, specifically protected under federal and international child trafficking laws. Federal Judge Sparkle Suknanen, appointed by President Biden, intervened swiftly, issuing 13 emergency court orders in less than 24 hours to stop the deportations and return the children to safety. She ruled that the government likely violated the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, the Due Process Clause of the Constitution, Child Torture and Asylum Protection Statutes. Judge Suknanen ordered all flights grounded and the children returned immediately to the custody of the Office of Refugee Resettlement. In one of her strongly worded rulings, the judge said, "The government is hereby ordered to cease all efforts to remove, repatriate, or transfer any plaintiff or class member from U.S. soil until further notice." This emergency action came after immigration rights advocates were tipped off by some of the children themselves, prompting a legal emergency filing in federal court. Attorney Michael Popak, reporting on Legal AF, commented, "This wasn't a lawful reunification. This was a secretive, unconstitutional operation that could have subjected these children to trafficking and torture." He also pointed to Drew Ennin, a Trump-era DOJ lawyer who's been previously accused of misleading federal judges in immigration cases. Ennin argued the flights were about reunifying families, a claim the court didn't buy. A major court hearing is scheduled for September 10th, where Judge Suknanen will decide whether to issue a preliminary injunction to permanently block the deportations and hold the Trump administration accountable. What this means? This case exposes ongoing human rights concerns in U.S. immigration policy and reveals attempts to bypass the law using backdoor tactics. It also raises serious legal and ethical questions about government accountability. Stay tuned to World Daily Affairs 360 for full legal breakdowns, updates from the courtroom, and in-depth coverage on global and domestic policy. Like, share, and subscribe to stay informed, because the truth matters.